There's still two people.
Yeah.
Don't be getting us in trouble, please.
Jeez.
My mom and I.
Jamie, are we live now?
Yes, we are live.
Thank you. Some of the people come in and they'll slam in on they'll stand right here, and then once we're in, then you'll stand where you can even stand with if you like, and then you'll put your touch on, okay? If the keys are caught, you're his wife, and you're gonna be, he's gonna be called in and. Diana, you wanna, where's Sophia?
Sophie coming in?
I don't know. I'm not real sure, she hasn't said nothing.
She's usually a little bit late because she's got the.
I'll put it right here and then I'll throw it back. Good evening, everybody. We're going to go ahead and start this city study session for Tuesday, April 13th, 2021 at 6:02. Old business we have none. So we'll go to new business. New business. The first thing we'll do is swear in our new police officer. Victor, you want to come forward with Chief? You guys can just stand here in front of the. He's going to be sworn in tonight, okay?
And you over here too. And Victor over there.
There you go. See in the camera?
If you will, would you write on the right hand? Swear to repeat after me. I, Victor Shiro, do solemnly swear. I, Victor Shiro, do solemnly swear. That I will support the Constitution of the United States. That I will support the Constitution of the United States. The Constitution and laws of the state of Washington. And the Constitution and the laws of the state of Washington. And all local ordinances. And all local ordinances. And that I will faithfully and impartially. And I will faithfully and impartially. Discharge the duties. Discharge the duties. Of the office of a Matson police officer. Of the office of a Matson police officer. For the city of Matson. For the city of Matson. Of Yakima County. Of Yakima County. Washington. Washington. According to law and the best of my ability. According to law and the best of my ability. So help me God, so help me God. Welcome on board, sir. Thank you. Really happy to have you on board. Glad to be here.
Thank you very much for coming to us.
Chief,
We're gonna be good
now,
together.
no, she needs to pin him.
Yeah.
So you want to go ahead and pin up his pin? You can stab him real hard if you want, just once, okay? Only once.
He's an engineer.
What's that?
He's actually some information about him. Introduce him.
So let me just tell everybody a little bit about Victor. I know most of the people in this room know Victor. We got a lot of family here. So we're really proud that we've got somebody who grew up in our community, who's been a big part of our community. He's coming to us with law enforcement experience already. And everywhere you go, people are just thrilled to see that he's in one of our uniforms. It's a really, really positive thing for our community. Victor on board. He joined us with his two sons are here today. You guys have a lot to be proud of. That's something that's very special. So, thank you again. We really appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you very much, Victor. We're very happy. All right, good to go. Thank you so much. We're so happy to have Victor on with us. I have to, I don't know if I should put this on the record, but I'm going to. So I actually had my first complaint about you pulling somebody over. So good job. Just keep up the good work, okay? Thank you. Just keep pulling them over. I don't mind those phone calls, okay? Okay, thank you very much. And thank all of you for coming out and supporting him tonight. You know, he's going to be a really good fit in our community. A lot of people know him. A lot of people really like him. And I'm glad that I didn't really know him when I hired him. So there wasn't any, well, you know him, because I really don't personally know him. So it's really nice that there's somebody in town that I don't know that, that we could give this great opportunity to. So, okay. So we'll go ahead and go on. Next thing, discussion of allowing tires at the community day. Hi, Sophie. I mean, at the dump day. Sorry, this Saturday. Oh, sure. Okay, so I'm just gonna take a 2-minute recess. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Have a great night. Thanks for coming in. And we have a council meeting every other Tuesday if you want to come in, okay?
Yeah, the thing because the I'm just kidding.
Hello, how you doing?
I'm good. I'm sorry, it's so suspicious.
No problem. We'll be seeing a lot of each other, I'm sure.
Okay.
That was nice though, that you got for here. Really nice, we needed one. Really nice. Yes, it is.
Hi. Miriam.
This is Victor's wife, our new police officer. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fierro. Fierro. I always say Fierro. I don't know why.
That's so funny. His name, I was trying to choose. It's written out of
I just call him Victor. Yeah.
Well, because all I heard was Victor. Well, that doesn't tell me anything, but as soon as they told me his last name, I knew who in the heck it was. Yeah, and then I knew you, my mom and dad, and well, your whole family. Then I knew who it was. But they just said Victor. So many Victors around. Yeah.
That's right, and then we went and we named our first son Victor, so we just added to the problem. It's very nice to see you.
Yeah.
You too.
Okay.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
But But they're buying the last name of, who's it?
Madrigal.
Madrigal. So that must be her son, not his son, because he's Madrigal.
Yeah,
She's
he's
the
a
stepmom.
Trini Madrigal.
Trini Madrigal, that's his dad.
Yeah.
And that must,
Oh, we're still.
We're public, we're live. I'm sorry.
I thought you said take a recess.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but. Okay. Okay, we'll go ahead and, continue. Okay. So, that says, the next thing we'll discuss is allowing tires at the community dump day. So usually we don't allow tires, but, I don't know if you remember a couple years ago, I hooked up with the mosquito place in Tri-Cities, and they ended up taking, I think, like 150 tires that time. Well, I just reached out to them this time. They haven't been able to do it, since then, but they're having a tire day the same day we're having a dump day. And so, I spoke with them, and they're willing to take 300 tires from Mapton. Same as last time, we would have to take them to them. And so, but I was thinking, at the dump, tires are $5 a tire. And so I'd like to bring it to you guys to see if you would, what you think about charging them $2 a tire. Then it sort of compensates us because 2 of our men have to take them to Tri-Cities. It'll probably be at least 2 loads, maybe 3. And so then it's not coming out of the city's pocket. And they're still getting a heck of a deal. They're getting,
yeah, because it is $5.
$3 off a $5 deal. But
$5 a tire?
at the dump.
That,
Oh,
oh,
I did.
at
Uh-huh,
that
but
dump,
at the
okay,
dump,
now you
at
have
the
me
dump. Sorry,
confused.
sorry.
Yeah, and I go, we're gonna end
So
up
if you
losing.
take the
$3.
tires to the dump, they charge you $5 a tire.
Oh, okay.
So, but we can charge $2 a tire and make the money that we're gonna spend on our guys to take the tires up there. Nothing will be coming out of our own city pocket. Does it make sense?
I think that's fair.
Yeah,
So are they buying the tires or we just take them to the?
No, we take them to them. Uh-huh,
Okay.
uh-huh.
was this at, Ben Richland, isn't
I
it?
think it's in
West Richland.
West Richland.
Yes,
Mhm.
you go the back.
The
way.
the mosquito place up there.
Yeah, I know where
Yeah.
that, yeah.
And so on the water bill, it said we wouldn't take tires because we didn't know at that point. But like I told the ladies, I mean, there's some people that already know, so it's already probably starting to spread, that we're doing this tire thing. But I just wanted to, sorry.
I do have a question. Is that just for the citizens or are you gonna just charge $2 for commercial?
No. They won't take any big commercial tires.
Not commercial.
It's only
the auto.
for
Car
cars
tires.
and pickup trucks, little trailers.
Just
No
not the
tractor
big-
tires, no big truck tires,
Right.
no big any
Yeah.
tire. It has to just be a regular tire. It cannot have a rim. It has to be rimless. So if they bring one with a rim, they'll have to take the rim off if they want us to take the tire.
And it's still just for the citizens, right?
It's still just for the citizens, correct?
So not for the auto
No,
places?
no, it's only for people that pay a water bill, just like always. If you don't pay a a garbage bill, right? You don't pay a water sewer garbage bill in Mapton, then you can't bring your stuff to our dump day. Yeah. So what do you guys think about that? Do you think that's fair?
Yeah. Sounds good.
Okay, Mark, what do you think about that?
$2 is fair.
Okay, so then that's what we'll go ahead and do. We'll just put a big sign up and say tires, need to get rid of tires, $2 a tire.
And that they better have, proof of residence.
Correct. So I'll just sort of go over that with you guys as well, since we're talking about it. So the way that we're gonna do it is, when they come up, they have to have their water bill with them, okay? The person on the water bill, like most of us know, if it's an older person and they send their son, most of us know that. What they'll do is they'll show us the water bill. We'll look on the thing, make sure that that's a right water bill, and then we'll have them sign. And then that amount will go on their bill. No money will come to our pockets that day. Everything will be billed to them on their next water bill.
So Laura, are we gonna keep say, okay, $5 for the dump and then $2, are we gonna keep that separate?
to show, or does it matter?
No,
I-
it's separate. We gotta
It'll be,
show that.
okay.
Because part of like we're hoping that what we bring in from the tires will pay for the guys to go get rid of the tires. And we're sure that what we bring in on the actual dump will not pay the full amount of the dump, but it'll help. It'll help us a
You
lot,
never know.
you know, and who knows, you know, yeah, that's true, because
Mhm.
there's a lot of people that use that. So at $5, I mean, who knows, that could be, you know, this could be something that we can keep on, you know, always doing this if it works out this way.
Maybe we could make a big sign for a garage door, dump day and tires.
I don't think we really need to, I mean, a lot of
You
people
think
know,
we'll know? Okay.
yeah, I mean,
'Cause it's
the
too
word
late
is really
for a water
spread,
bill already.
Mhm.
right?
I think
Okay.
we should just post a big sign out there where they're standing, you know, just a big sign, tires $5 to pay, and then what's gonna cost, even though some of the people might not know. I know-
Okay, I mean, we
And
could
then
do
they might
that
go
just,
home
But can we correct that, Diane? You guys agreed to $2, not $5.
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah, good.
$5 for that.
Done. Okay, great.
Okay, okay, yeah, we could do that. We could just put up some type of big sign that says $5 per load. Load
load, and then $2
consists
per
of
tire.
truck, van, you know, and just spell it out to them, then they'll know, you know. I think that's a good idea.
Because if
Okay.
they don't have the tires with them, they might go home and get them and bring them back.
Exactly. And a lot of them will dump more than once anyway,
Oh, yes.
you know, so.
Oh, yes, I do.
Okay, okay, so then we're all good on that discussion?
Mhm.
Okay.
But you're not done with the discussion, Mayor, because you also need to just find out who's gonna volunteer for that day.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Okay, all right, so that's where it's at. So, it's gonna be this Saturday, the 17th, and it'll be from 9 to 2 o'clock. So we need to be there by 8:30, and we probably won't be out until 2:30. If we stop the dump, yeah, that's when that's when we'll stop taking loads, because that's what we have advertised 9 to 2. And then it'll take us 30 minutes. We won't leave until like all the dumpsters are gone and everything's gone, so nobody can go back and just start throwing stuff in like they did that one year.
The guys stay, right? The one, we don't have to. I don't think last time we stayed.
No,
Not till they pick them
Not,
up, no,
right,
yeah.
and just once all the customers, everybody stops coming.
what's the location?
We're gonna have it at the same place.
Yeah,
Down
okay,
south,
but,
but we're gonna have it like, since we don't really have the park yet, there's no sprinkler system, we're just gonna put it on the
On the
governor's
park.
side of the park.
okay, yeah, because I was gonna say, didn't they sell that lot?
Yeah,
right
actually,
away?
they're building a duplex there right
Yes,
now.
I know,
So
I've
we'll
seen
just
that.
keep it all on South Street, but just on the governor's side instead of both sides.
So, could you get a porta potty in there, you think? Do the
Yes,
workers
it'd be
use
better.
them to-
Yes, I think that's a good
Because the
idea,
workers
Sylvia.
are there all day, I don't
Yeah,
know. if-
and that's pretty hard on us, because when we need to go to the restroom, we have to come here
Yeah,
to City
maybe we
Hall.
could put it.
Put it inside the well.
That's a
Oh,
good
yeah,
idea.
that would be, then it would just be whoever.
Okay,
So the
Public
pri-
Works
the
people
price just went up.
use it.
I'm not using a bucket, Sylvia.
I'm joking.
Okay, so, can any of you guys help, even if it's an hour or 2 hours?
Yeah, I can go for a while.
Yeah.
Okay, do you know, like, if you can, like, we don't need to do it like today, but maybe just give me a call and say, I can help from, 8:30 to 10, or I can help from 9:30 to 11, or, whatever you guys think you can help. I'm not asking you to stay all day, just a couple hours, so people know you're there, you know?
I can go until I get tired.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
usually hang around.
Yeah,
Okay, me too. I mean, it is a work day, but you see a lot of people that day that you don't really see, so it's.
Are you gonna be there, Diane?
Birthday.
Aw.
And I can't.
Oh,
What is it? That's
It's
my
Diana's
birthday.
well, let's celebrate it there.
We're just kidding.
Very bringing
And,
nothing.
what, Diana, what problem did we have last year or the year before, with that list? What was, remember, we kept on going back and forth, we had a problem with that.
You and me? I remember when I went to go help, it's because when I went, my first time helping out, and when, the mayor told me, if they just have, green stuff, they can go ahead and go, something like that.
Because there was different dumps.
Yeah.
Yes,
There's one for just the
Right,
green.
just the
ray
Just
and
the
then one
green.
for-
they didn't have to wait in that big line, and then someone there told me, no, they can't, they had to wait So that was kind of a
Well,
confusing.
It was
Yeah,
all,
let's make
got all
sure.
confused.
Yeah.
I think they should be able to go to the greenery, as
Yeah.
long as they're not tying up traffic.
Yeah, and
for
that's the
the
way
other-
I always done it too, Sophie, like, because
Right,
a
and
lot
I
of
was
times there'll be
sending somebody
10
that way
trucks
to go
there.
do that, and they told me, no, they can't.
Oh, yes, they can.
Well, they told me no.
Well,
that
we'll
it's
be
gonna
on the
cost
same
me $5
page.
Yeah.
trade-in.
So,
Okay,
and so
we'll
let's
try to do
just,
that.
that's the same page right here. So if somebody comes up and you see that they're full of nothing but greenery, and there's,
Cuttings,
right, cuttings from their trees and stuff, and there's 10 cars in front of them, they don't have to wait to go to that green bin, because there's nobody in that green bin,
Right.
if, you know, because
Now, what
there's a
if
specific
somebody
thing for
has
that.
mixed in their truck?
Has to
No.
go
It has to go in
They
the,
have to wait.
They have to
yeah, it
wait.
has to wait, or they have,
And it has to go in the main dump.
mhm,
Okay, gotcha.
yeah, if it's mixed, anything that has garbage has to go in the garbage.
Just like at the dump, we'll just do it like they do
So
at
they
the.
just go into the mix. into the
Sophie,
dump.
excuse me, you need to turn on your microphone, nothing's getting recorded.
Okay, you have to.
Mark,
repeat it.
is there any time in that time frame on Saturday that you think that you'd be able to come and help?
They will probably let you know by tomorrow to see what
Okay,
time.
sounds like a plan.
And if you can't help, you're responsible for refreshment.
All right,
All right.
sounds good.
Okay, so we're all
I
good?
got that, yes.
All right.
Okay.
So you guys just let me know, and Tootie, will you be there like first thing with me? Okay,
Probably.
okay, very good then. All right, so we'll go on, we'll move on. Next thing I want to discuss a little bit is the fireworks. So I just want to put it on the record that you can buy your firework permit anytime you want to. You don't have to wait until July 3rd or July 4th to buy it. Anytime you want to buy it, please let everybody know to come in and get your firework permit. So they're not knocking on my door on the 4th of July, because that's not fair to me.
Okay, refresh us. How much is a firework permit?
There's a different price and I don't have that, but I
It
can
was
give it.
15, wasn't, did we lower it?
Jameson,
Mark?
can
Do
you tell us what
remember?
that
I thought it was
price is?
15.
Yeah, you guys lowered it, yeah.
Yeah, you did lower it.
Right, we
Yeah,
lowered
we
it
will.
like a time frame, like before the
Oh,
July,
that's right.
before July, after July.
No, I
Closer
think
to-
it's everything before the 4th is a certain price, and then if you go on the 4th, it's like $25.
Something like
Something
that.
like that.
Mhm,
I
correct.
just
Yeah.
remember reading. Is that correct, Mark?
Is that right?
Yeah,
Something to that effect.
Yeah.
Right,
We're
okay.
not open on
There's
January.
Jameson?
I am
Please
looking
keep
at
looking
that right now.
Thank you.
So it is $15 to purchase in advance up through June 30th. And then starting July 1, it's 25. And then if you buy it on 4th of July, it's $30. And if we're going to do that, then we can train the police officers and you guys really how to process an online payment for people. And we would just, whoever's verifying it would just need to make sure that they are paying that. And then the purchases after July 5th, so these would just be for the New Year's fireworks, are 25. So it goes 15, 25, 30, 25.
Okay. Do you ever have anybody after for the New Year's? Have we ever had anybody? No?
I don't
think
think,
somebody has, because I know I've seen them on New Year's.
well, I think, if you buy your firework permit for
It's
4th of
good
July,
for
it's good
both.
for New Year's. It's
Oh,
for
it's good for both?
Yeah, it's good
Yeah,
for
it
both.
says right on
Yeah.
it.
Okay, gotcha.
So is there any discussion? Everybody is on the same page there?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then if you do not know how to run a payment through our system, like going online, and you want to learn that, just come in and talk to Jameson or Josh or Sylvia. Any of them can just take you online and show you. So if somebody says, well, I don't know how to do my firework permit online, because they can buy it online that day. And if you guys want to learn how to do that, one of the staff can teach you how to show them how to process that
Or we
payment.
could do like a little template to show you step by step.
Or like a little cheat sheet.
So you can carry that around.
Okay.
So when you go online, because I've heard in the past, they can go online and then print out the permit, and you don't know whether it's paid for or not. How would?
It's what you would do with the online payment is you would have to you'll get emailed a receipt. So the actual permit form would not be able to be printed and provided on July 4th, but they would just have to be able to provide proof of payment
Oh, okay.
by their receipt through email.
That's what the people will be looking for.
Right. And then as our police officers go and check permits, you don't have a permit, I'm going to give you a ticket. This is how you can get your permit right now. If I come back again, I'm going to give you a ticket.
Oh, good.
And that's the way that we're going to do it this year, because everybody that's going to do fireworks has no excuse not to buy a permit. Okay? And a lot, I mean, that's still way down the road, but you also have to think, you know, this conversation might come up again if we go back down in phases, the governor decides to pull us back down. I mean, we'll probably bring this back to you guys, okay? Depending on what the governor's proclamation, if we go back down, goes to, okay?
With a refund?
Huh?
With a refund, let's say he shuts it down?
Mhm.
Correct.
Something, or a
Yeah.
credit to their account,
Yeah,
something like that.
Thank you, Jameson.
probably be better.
Thank you, Jemison.
credit.
Thank you.
Okay, next thing, I don't really know
Yeah.
too much about this because Jameson asked to just bring this in and I told her, yeah, go ahead. So Jameson, you want to just?
Yeah. So because we've had so many discussions on the mayoral stipend and council stipend, and we're getting close to the deadline for people to put their name in for running in the next election cycle, I thought, and Sylvia thought, that you guys might want to revisit the stipend amount for mayor, because effective basically January 1 of 2022, the mayoral stipend does go to the $500. And just because it's been a topic of discussion, we wanted to bring it up and give you guys the opportunity to look at some comparables and see if you do want to change that permanent stipend in any way prior to the next session.
And also, can I give out the names who's up for this year? Jamie, can I do that?
Yeah.
So it's Mayor Laura Vasquez, Councilmember Castaneda, Councilmember Sotelo, and Councilmember Gorno. And that's,
I can't hear you over here.
I know, we can't hear you very well.
it's just them three, not you two. So Sotelo, Castaneda, and Gorno, and Mayor, and the mayor.
Okay, we couldn't hear you over
Sorry,
here like
yeah.
you were saying.
While you're bringing that, I also have something else I'd like to add. Not just the mayor's stipend needs to be looked at, but the council stipend needs to be looked at. This council is the lowest paid council.
That information is on the bottom of that front sheet.
Okay.
It's just a one line thing, because all of the cities were very, very close to each other, actually.
Page one.
So in the per meeting range for council, we're at $40 per meeting. And the other cities in this same categories were between $30 and $60. So it's in there, but some of the cities define like per meeting. So you would get $40 per study session and $40 per council meeting. So technically it would be $80, you know what I mean, for today. So that's something, the other cities that are charging or that are being paid per meeting are being paid per meeting for a study session as a separate meeting from a council meeting.
Really? We haven't been, huh?
Never.
So it's never been that way.
Because they're separate meetings, so. And I don't know, maybe they do that because a lot of them don't have their study sessions on the same day as their council meetings. I'm not sure.
Correct.
That's why.
That's true.
I would rather just see us get one or both, whatever it is, raise it to that, but I don't know. Whatever works.
And I really feel that you guys really need to take into accountability the pressure that the person that's sitting in this chair goes through on a daily basis. Not just trying to keep the city in order and running, but trying to keep the people out there happy, trying to keep the council happy. It's a really hard job. And when
Stressful.
somebody has a complaint against our city and it's a lawsuit, it doesn't say the city of Mapton. It says the city of Mapton and the mayor's name specifically on there. And that's nerve-wracking.
It could go to us.
That's nerve-wracking.
For all
But it
of
could go for all of you.
Yeah.
guys.
That's who it.
And so, you know, the responsibility that the mayor of the city of Mapton takes on is huge. And I've stepped back since I've been sick, and it has stressed out my staff. And you can talk to them one-on-one. And it's, I mean, because the mayor's a big part of it. When there's an issue, the mayor can step in where there can't be attitude to me. It has to be taken care of, you know, and I just think that you guys really, really need to think because I'm not the first mayor that's asked for the raise. I am like the third. And if you want a good job, let me give you an example. We have an issue. One of our employees called LNI. I was just coming out of a big test, doctor's test, and I was supposed to go home. Do you know where I ended up? Here. You know, it's bad. When somebody comes in like that, it's the person in this chair's responsibility to make sure the LNI is okay with us. The Department of Labor is okay with us. The Department of Health is okay with us. That the union is okay with us. That the employees are okay with us. That the people out there are okay with us. That we're doing the best job we can do and doing everything in our power to make this city a better place to be. And our staff, the best staff we can make them. And it's a lot of work.
I think also, if I can interject something, whoever's sitting as Mayor Pro Tem from now on needs to be up with her, right to the same level. Everything that goes on, you need to know about it, because if for some reason she can't be here, you better be able to fill in and do just as good.
Well,
And I
that
don't
brings
think
up,
that's,
and that brings up another thing. There are cities that have a different compensation range for the mayor pro tem as well. So these are all things I really think it's important for you guys to consider, so that we can just set a level that is fair and even going forward for whoever is the next mayor starting January 1, so that, you know, they know what they're getting into. They know the time requirements that you're going to have and the compensation levels. So, and I'm not trying to put you on the spot, but since they do have to, Sylvia, correct me if I'm wrong, they have to, people have to put their name in the hat by the end of May. Is that correct?
May 31st. But
So
also,
we only have really 2 or 3 council meetings to make a change prior to that deadline, so that people would know what they're running for. So I think it's pretty important, if we're gonna make a change, that we look at it right now.
But
But-
the people still should know what the responsibilities are. The pay shouldn't really matter if you really care about the city.
Sophie, that's easy for someone that has.
But still,
I
they
mean,
would know,
because
yeah.
and I'm not
excuse me,
saying that.
can I say something? The mayor put something on the record, and I just want to clarify that Ellen and I did come in, and I knew she was on medical leave, so she had to go take care of her medical. I did not ask the mayor to come in, so she did not report to City Hall that day, Mayor. You went straight to your doctor, and then you went home.
Right, but
So,
I mean, like,
but
I
you
was on
didn't
the
come in,
phone,
but you-
had phone calls, I was,
Right. So I just want, because she's on medical leave, so I just want to put
And
that.
and that's a whole other thing.
Yeah, you
It's
should
like-
be able to take
Right.
medical leave.
but
And,
Sophie,
but you
just to say
can't,
one
Sophie,
thing,
I mean, I couldn't take medical leave. I can show you all the times that I had to come in. I can show
We're
you.
talking about the one time you just said that you
you
came
said
in.
you came in, but you
But you
said you
didn't.
didn't come in.
Okay, I didn't know,
Okay.
but I
That's
can show
okay.
you my
That's
phone
okay.
where there was 10 phone calls to me and I
I
took
didn't say there
them, you
wasn't,
know?
that's okay.
So the pay, I mean, yes,
You
it's
guys
true.
have to
Whoever
realize-
wants to be in this chair should really want to do it.
Right.
But I'm telling you what,
It doesn't matter what pay is.
It-
It should though,
should.
Diane, and I'm gonna stand
It
up
should.
for that, because
because
you
of-
guys sit
what
and
I'm
say,
saying.
no, you guys sit and say, you know what you're getting into, but you don't. Because you don't know if 4 of your employees are gonna quit, or you don't know if you don't have police officers. So
No, I
you
didn't
really
mean it like
don't
that.
know. I'm talking to Sophie because she always
Oh.
says, you know what you're getting into.
Well, yeah.
No, you don't.
You
Well,
walk into this office.
You don't
once a
know,
month.
you don't know what
You
to
come
expect.
back twice
Correct.
a month.
Okay, you
Hey.
guys are speaking, we're not gonna argue,
Let's,
this was
I'm
a
not
discussion.
arguing, I'm just
I know,
stating my
but
fact.
there's so many people talking to each other that we're not
Well,
able
I'm
to
just
record.
trying to state a fact that
Okay.
I know because I've been
Right.
here and I don't
If-
care.
If you
It's
don't
true.
do something, every single mayor is gonna have this issue. And at some point, somebody's gonna have enough and it's not gonna be good. Because, you know, you guys expect a lot out of us, just like right now. There's something pending that comes to the city of Mapton with my name on it, Laura Vasquez. Okay, so if there is this pending thing that goes farther, my name's gonna be on it, whether I'm the mayor here or not. Because it was with Mario, his name was still pending on lawsuits when I walked in the door. It will with the next mayor that comes along,
So
and it's a lot of
so it's not gonna
responsibility.
change. Yeah, so it's not gonna change, so.
But you
Get
should
more
be
money-
compensated.
More money should be okay because your name's on a lawsuit from before?
No, I'm
Oh,
telling
okay.
you, you should be compensated because we come to work. I mean, I work all the time. I work on weekends. I work whenever there's a problem. And, and you guys just don't, I guess you just don't see the major work. I don't come in here every other week at a council meeting. I come in here almost every day. I'm on the phone with at least 2 of my staff every single day, maybe sometimes 3 and 4 times a day. Sometimes every single staff member I have, I'm on the phone with. You know, things happen all the time, and it's a very, very stressful job. And the stress alone.
Yeah, and hopefully
I mean,
the
I've
next
lost-
person who runs would know, would.
And
take into
hopefully,
account.
Sophie,
Yeah.
because the person that's sitting in this chair rules 2,500 people, and they can make really good choices, and they
what?
can make really bad choices.
What you said, 2,500 people?
They're overseeing 2,500
Oh.
people, you know? And every choice that somebody makes here is a choice that's been made for everybody out there.
Yeah.
And I just think that you guys really need to think about it. I mean, I'm not fighting for myself because I've done a lot already for the city. I brought, you know, just me
Okay.
working.
Let's just.
The
go
mayor's
on.
bring a lot up.
Okay, yeah.
So maybe we can take a break from that conversation and I can just go over with you what I put together here and sort of explain the parameters for the salary comparison that I did.
Jameson, also, when you're done, I'd like to just go through the procedure. And
Okay.
when a change would become effective so that everyone's got that in mind.
Do you want to do that first, Jamie?
Sure, I can do it pretty quickly.
Okay.
In terms of setting a new salary, you can't set a salary that is impacting you personally as council members during the term of your position. So any amendment to the council compensation can only become effective on the next term that is applicable. So in this case, you've got 3 people who are coming up for election. You can have a change in the salary that would become effective for those 3 positions, effective with the new term. If someone's continuing on a little longer term, the effective change doesn't take place until that person's term expires and someone else comes in. So you have a little bit of a discontinuity with staggered terms. As far as the mayoral compensation, you can, as council members, change the level of mayoral compensation during the current term, provided that the mayor does not vote on it. So if you were to have a tie vote and the mayor voted to break the tie, that would not be effective during the term and it would have to wait until later. I think it's a good way to think about it is that compensation will become effective at the time a term ends, and then have your ordinance set up so it's structured in that way.
That's the way we've always done it. You're right, Jamie.
So the compensation comparison that I put together is all based on information that is collected by Association of Washington Cities. Every year they do basically a salary comparison for this entire state, every city who's willing to give their information. So basically I went through that database and collected information for all the cities that reported, because not every city reports their mayoral or council wages on that salary survey. But for all the cities that reported, I narrowed it down to cities that most closely match our city makeup. So I narrowed it down to cities that provide utilities and have a police department, because not all cities have those. Cities with a population of 5,000 and less, all east side of the Cascade, cities that have between 7 and 15 FTEs, which is a full-time employee, and then cities that do not have a city administrator. So these are the things that most closely sort of align to our operation, because so many cities operate differently. And when I winnowed down those parameters, there ended up including us being 10 cities to compare. And so those comparisons are there in the chart. You'll see that the lowest is for Cooley Dam. They only pay $250. But the highest is the town of Twisp, which pays $2,500 a month. So the orange bars on the right-hand side of your handout show the median, average, and mid-range of those, just to kind of give you an idea of how they compare to each other. So the average salary for all 10 of those cities is basically $835 a month. The mid-range between high and low is $1,375. And then the median, the very middle, is $600. So right now we sit at $500. Our current mayor is getting paid $1,000 because of those extra things and those ordinances that you guys had passed for those temporary salary increases. So right now she's getting 500 or 1,000, excuse me. But whoever takes over the office January 1 will go back to 500 unless you guys make a change.
And I hope that we could put it where it's solid, it stays whatever it becomes. Because going back and forth on this wage is, it's pretty stressful. I just think we need to set a wage and make it good for the year, not, you know, be able to, yeah, either to go down or go up and go down and go, you know, it's just not good for all of us.
Also, as you're thinking about it, you cannot go down once you set it
That's true.
during the term. So whatever you set it at is something that you need to feel comfortable is reasonable and appropriate for basically the term.
Okay.
So Sylvia and I were hoping that maybe following this discussion, we would have an idea so that we could put together an ordinance for the next meeting, not for right now. So I don't know if maybe we can do a poll or something to kind of figure out where your guys' heads are at, so we can try and put together some ordinance options. If you're comfortable giving sort of a straw poll on that right now, that would be great. If you guys want to think about it until the next meeting, that would also be fine. So I don't know how you want to proceed from here.
But we would like to have it done before May 31st, because that's when you have to decide if you're going to run or not.
But they wouldn't get the new wage until the first of the year, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Well, yeah, the new people will get it.
Yeah, the new people.
Yes,
Yeah,
correct.
it's always been
And
that
that's
way,
the
so,
purpose of this.
yeah.
That's the reason for this.
Okay.
So perhaps we can just do a little, is there anyone who wants to leave it at 500? Or is there anyone that says, just leave it at 500, let's not move?
I'd like to see it go up to at least eight. For,
So there's a number there. So do you,
So Vera threw out 8, that's good. How do people feel about that?
750.
I think, I'll go ahead.
I was thinking maybe 7, but.
I was thinking 7.
this is an.
I would think 7
Yeah,
would be
9.
a good number. That's between the 600 and the 835.
What did you say, Mark? I
So-
didn't hear you,
so
I'm
there's
sorry.
3,700.
I think 700 would be a good number, because it's between the 600, which is the lower end, and the 835, which is the average.
Okay.
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah. We're just taking a survey right now.
Yeah.
So we're good.
So-
Jameson, what was the median again? It was
710.
1,300 on the median.
The mid-range, so halfway between high and low is 1375. So, and then the average is 835. And then the median amount, so that's like the same amount of cities have more and the same amount of cities have less, is 600.
But
Well,
that's
medium.
depending on how many citizens are in the city, isn't it, too?
Well, all of these cities that were in this comparison have less than 5,000 residents.
They're all strong mayor forms of
What do
government.
we
So you
have?
don't have a city administrator.
We have 2,500. But
All these cities have way more, revenue than Mapton does, but, Moxie, well, maybe not Royal City, I don't know. Moxie, Kettle Falls, oh yeah, Kittitas, they all have a bunch of stores, but
Well,
I'm good at 7.
I'm good at 7.
We're
okay,
above the medium.
so that being said, you guys are comfortable with Sylvia putting together an ordinance for 700 for the next meeting?
I am.
I am.
So we'll have to,
I am.
We'll vote at the council, right?
no, there's no
Yeah, yeah,
action. No, there's no
Just-
action.
there's
It's
no
just
action
a
here.
discussion. No. So we just need to know if you guys want us to prepare an ordinance, but we're not gonna act on it tonight.
Right.
Next meeting.
Correct. But is the ordinance gonna say 700, or are you guys gonna vote right now on?
Well, 3 of us said
Okay.
7.
I'm happy at 7.
And what
Okay.
about for,
I'll go with 7 then.
7, okay.
Okay,
I
so
think
that's
you
4.
need to bring it back. So if the consensus is 7, you need to bring it back
Right,
with formal ordinance and then vote on it at that time.
Correct.
But the instruction to the staff would be to prepare an ordinance at $700 for the mayor.
And
Jamie,
then-
now what about the council members?
yeah, are you guys wanting to change the council at $40 per meeting to $40 for each individual meeting, or leave it where it is, or add something for the pro tem?
I think it should be for like that night, like Vera was saying, because other cities that you compared us to, they have them at different times, different nights.
Correct.
So, but ours is all on the same night, so it should stay just for the night, but do we want to change the price?
Yeah, I
Okay.
think 60. I'd like to
60?
see it get 60.
Yeah, 60.
It's not that much, I mean, it's just $20
I would
jump out.
go
How many
60.
years, Sophie, have you had it at 40?
I don't know.
yeah.
Okay, so we could put an ordinance for 60 there.
Yeah,
That's just
You
what
guys
I-
are comfortable?
I agree with that. With
What
your-
about Mark? He hasn't said anything.
I would
Mark?
say 50, but I don't know, you guys can decide, I don't know.
No, we're just,
I don't know. I mean, I'm good with it staying at 40. But if everybody wants it to go up, I mean, I'm fine with that.
I'm good with 42.
Well, we can always put together, like for the mayor one, we'll put it together at 700. If you guys change your mind or you want further discussion at that meeting, we can always adjust the ordinance, you know, we can always change it after that study session prior to the meeting. We've done that many times before, so we can do that. Same for council. We can go ahead and prepare a couple ordinances, one for 40, one for 50, and then you guys can make a decision on that night after you've had more time to think about it.
Okay.
So what about for pro tem? Do you want to do anything extra? That would be something different than what we've done before, or do you want to just leave it as a council pay?
Now, can you, well, like Vera said, you think the pro temp should know everything and go
well, I
places
think
like
they
would
need to
know?
keep up with her.
Yeah.
So if you get thrown into that position, you know what you're doing.
Like this thing I'm telling you that's coming into play right now with my name on it, since it has my name on it, I can't give any direction on it. So now she's gonna step in and she's gotta give the approval and the direction of everything that's happening in this case, because my name's on that case, so I can't be involved in that case.
Okay, so can we do something like maybe just add in a little bit more for the pro tem on those nights that they have to act pro tem, not all the time?
No, it has to be
Totally up to
a,
you guys.
just a straight amount.
That wage.
Because we can't
We
go
can't
like
go up
this.
and down.
Oh, okay, yeah,
And that too wouldn't take effect
next year, till the,
yeah.
And Vera
Well, how would you do
hers isn't
that?
expired.
yeah.
She can't get this increase in
Until her
20,
term
20,
expires,
right?
yeah.
Well, the
That's
pro tem changes every year, right? At the
Yeah.
beginning of every year,
Okay,
we,
so
So if someone else were to get it, they
you're
would
gonna
get
have
that
to do it
amount.
different though. You can't do it when the mayor pro tem is elected, can you?
No, that
At
would be,
point?
I think you would do an extra stipend for acting pro tem, and that would be, I mean, the term of pro tem is on a yearly basis, assigned at the beginning of the year by council.
Yeah.
But we could
I
do,
think- Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, you could just say like, do you want to add like a $20 extra
That's
for
what I
a pro
was
tem
looking
for the term of their 1 year pro tem, $20 per meeting or something?
Something like that.
That's what I was thinking.
Okay,
Okay, yeah, I'm okay with that.
Sounds fine.
Yeah.
okay. Well, I think we have a good direction between Sylvia and I, so we can put some stuff together and then we can bring it back at the study session before we actually do action at the next meeting.
Thank you,
Guys,
Thank you, ladies. And just something to add to that. I wish I would have realized or known that every year a new pro tem is coming forward, because I really think that what should happen here is, I think that each individual council member should try and become the pro tem every once in their,
Especially if we're gonna
you know, or
get
something to
involved,
that effect, because
we're gonna learn more.
then you learn a lot more. Your pro tem is supposed to come into your office, like my pro tem comes into my office at least twice a month. A lot of times more than that, just to see what's going on, just to see, you know, where things are. And, you know, any of you can do that. Any of you can come in and say, you know, I'm hearing this, what's going on here, you know, and it's an important thing because there's a lot going on. And if something was to happen to your mayor can't do it. And you've got to know that somebody else knows, you know, what they're doing when they're saying yes and no to
Yeah.
things.
For
Because we
instance,
say a lot of yes and no's.
right.
So you got to know what you're saying yes and no to.
For instance, when I stepped in after Angel, I knew nothing about what was going on in the city. But I know you ladies do, and you'll guide whoever's in there, which Rhett did. Rhett helped me a lot. And, oh, I'm not supposed to name, sorry. But I'm just saying that, so if we're on top of it, and then you'll learn more about what the mayor's real idea is. It's fun. Anyway,
So, okay. So we'll just go ahead and go forward from there then. So the next thing is the discussion of resolution 2021-06, the ballot drop box. So that's on page 17 to 19.
I see we have one out there.
Yes.
I thought they had to be in a secured building. That's not true?
No, that's,
Oh, good.
from now on, they have them outside.
Okay,
Yes.
Well, before we just had them little red boxes that just stood this high. So it had to, they kept them in. the
oh,
building.
that's the reason, okay.
Yeah, but this one's like in the concrete.
It's a
Oh.
permanent.
It's
Yeah.
permanent.
Like the one in Sunnyside in the concrete in the parking lot by the post office.
Mhm.
Crosses
Okay.
outside the courthouse outside and mounted like
I
that.
don't know why I was under the impression it had to be.
Because it's a carrot,
Yeah, you can
it's
carry and
portable,
take it.
because it's portable now.
Yeah, the other one's there.
Yeah.
So this is just, you know, giving us a Dropbox saying that we agree to using the Dropbox and it's on our property.
I think that's a good idea. Now, is this one gonna be an 8 o'clock cutoff time for
Correct.
everybody?
And
Oh,
we
good.
still have to sign off, just like if it was inside the house.
Oh, okay.
We would still have to say, you know, we swear to tell the truth, it stopped at 8 o'clock.
Stop at 8 o'clock.
And then
Oh,
we'll
okay,
lock
good.
it.
Uh-huh.
Oh, so there's a lock on there so you can lock it when nobody else can put it in?
Right, we
Okay.
have, they'll
Oh,
provide
okay.
that for
Oh,
us
and then someone from them will come pick up the stuff.
the next day.
Oh, wow, good. I can tell people like, coming and says, where's the Dropbox? I'll know.
That's
they'll
right
tell
there,
me.
yeah.
Okay,
It's
good.
not
Right
inside.
under the
it's-
flagpole.
Yeah. I mean, that works, maybe they'll ask me all the time.
Yeah. Okay. So you guys have any questions on that? Mark, you
Nope.
have any questions on that? Okay.
Nope.
Okay. Well, then I guess we're completely finished. We'll adjourn this meeting at 6:52.